What's up, boys? We're back with some more Rogue Genesia for the Blood and Steel update. We are going with the Duelist because I like the weapons per modifier 2. That allows you to have 2 very strong weapons instead of just one once you have a bunch of modifiers for them. We are going with the Magic Wand because it has some damage for all magic weapons, which will let us use some of the cooler weapons in the game, like the Shaman's Wand and the Thunder Staff, which are both magic based and will synergize with that. We're getting a lot of extra projectiles as we level up, and a lot of defense piercing as we kill monsters, so let's go! Let's go over to the question mark and chest here, so that we can try to get some early artifacts for the build. Those seem to have some of the most powerful and unique modifiers, so I like getting as many of those as possible. That's a decent increase to the base power. Damage when you get hit by enemies? I've never seen that before. Huh. It's physical, but also melee. I'm not sure on that. We'll try it. Spike boots. When you dash, activate upon taking damage effects. Interesting. Let's grab some critical chance here. But I need to save at least 2 weapon slots since we only have 2 left. And I definitely want the Shaman's Staff and the Thunder Staff since those are very cool. Let's grab some projectile duration here. Make them last a bit longer. Decent attack speed. Upgrade the thorns. Let's go for some global attack speed for now. It's gonna be so nice once I get my meta progression mostly finished and the chest drop magnets a lot more frequently. But for now it takes me quite a few kills on them to get one of them. We could grab some early XP, sure. There's a magnet. Probably don't have time to get another one. We're almost done with the stage, so I'm just gonna sit here and grab the XP that I can. That's a weapon. Nope. We can get attack speed, lose additional projectiles. That'll probably be worth it later on, but I don't think so right now. That's not that great. Let's just reroll this. Leprechaun's hat, we can get some extra gold scaling, sure. And we have to grab that in this zone to actually have it. But that'll let us buy more stuff from the shops throughout the run. Thorn upgrades, sure. Likely to take damage, but you're a hero first of all. Giving away a soul card, nope. We're gonna fight. Soul coins gained by 10%, ooh. That's the meta progression, not bad. We have to kill 120. I can probably find enough chests to get a magnet on this level as well at some points. Oh, I guess I should probably make sure I grab the potions anyways. I think that was a movement speed one, so that definitely would have been worth it. It's a bit hard to kill the chests right now. I think the magic wand only targets nearby enemies, so you have to sort of position yourself behind the chest towards the enemies to actually destroy it with just the wand right now. But once I get the other weapons, it'll be a lot easier. Probably should have saved that one, actually. Oops. Oh well, we still have plenty of time here. I can farm some gold off of the other chests. Definitely feels like we could use some more weapons right now, instead of just passive cards. But I guess looking for some very specific weapons does make that a bit harder to do. The Thunderstaff has a very powerful evolution later on, where every time you kill an enemy, I think it damages an enemy anywhere on the screen. That's a very big crit increase. Yep. I've still been trying to find some of the other evolutions, but some of them are kind of hard to find, it seems like. A lot of them are like a same element rune. The Thunderstaff evolves with the rune that causes a chain lightning or something when it hits. So I'm assuming most of them are similar objectives like that. %, additional projectiles, sure. Well, base projectiles, it's not actually anywhere near that strong. %, with a lot of defense piercing, lose a bit of attack speed. That looks pretty good. Defense piercing actually seems like one of the strongest stats in the game, since there's this defense shredding element where whenever you hit enemies, you actually permanently reduce their defense, and it can go below 0. So that seems to be like the main source of your damage against elites and bosses and all. Got a Commoner's Guidebook. Tainted card level increases your max health and regen. Ooh, that's pretty good survivability towards the end of the run. Might even be worth taking a couple tainted cards early on just to pump that up a little bit. Doubles your damage, minus 60% health. It's pretty risky, but maybe we can grab some tainted cards to scale that up. The katana is extremely good, but it's not really what I'm looking for here. And we already used up our only really flexible weapon slot with that, which I probably shouldn't have done. Is there anything good I can get off of that with a rarity reroll? Fire ring? Nope. I guess that's okay. We really need to find the other weapons. I should actually try and reroll into them, I guess. Oh, let me grab this. This is... Oh wait, no, that's normal, not tainted. Never mind. We'll just take this for some power and defense then. Some XP. Yeah, I kind of want to find the tainted card that gives HP so we can get that back up a bit now. So I don't just explode instantly. I don't remember the exact rarities on the weapons I'm looking for. They're either blue or purple, but I don't remember which exactly. but I should definitely try and rarity reroll into them if I can. I want to say the Thunder Staff is probably blue. It's fairly common, except when I'm specifically looking for it. And then I think the Shaman Staff is a bit rarer. That's a decent defense piercing. That's some pretty nice base power and defense piercing. That's a decent amount of health regen. Kinda needs some actual base health though. So yeah, I guess we should probably rarity reroll blues at least, maybe epics if we find any. I think it shouldn't be too hard to hit the Thunderstaff if we do blues though. Okay, let's try and find another weapon then. Okay, here we go, Thunderstaff. Thunderball that orbits around you. 7 projectiles, they last a while. It's basically the Bible from Vampire Survivors, but it has a very powerful evolution once you add the Thunder Rune and get it to high level. Right now it's going to be a bit on the weak side at level 1, but it has very powerful scaling. Decent base power, piercing, lose some health regen. Sure. Area size, health regen, wild drop, but you get corruption multiplier, making the game harder. Wild is related to health. I am not sure that I really need that. Let's honestly look for the Shaman Staff if I can. I think it's purple. Rune of Alacrity. Bunch of runes, fire spirit, taking damage, health regen. Upon breaking a crate, gain area size. Interesting, but I'm not really breaking that many currently. Does the staff work with area? Yes. So that should be pretty good, but we could finish off the XP and go for the greed. Sure. Oops. Magic wand, we can get a level for that. That doesn't really help you that much. Losing 33% attack speed, but gaining 50% damage is a neutral damage. Let's take the magic wand level for now. Shop, I don't have much gold. Let's just take the fights for now. We have to kill 320 in 43 seconds. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that currently. I guess we can try and AoE a bunch down right now, see how close we get. That would probably lower my damage right now. Let's just take some projectile duration to make the Thunderstaff a bit stronger. If I can get that to the point where it's constantly up and keeping enemies off me, that'll be very helpful. Not in love with any of these. Oh, that's a decent health multiplier. We're at 20% currently. Let's grab that so I don't explode. Yeah, I don't think my damage is anywhere near high enough to do a speed objective like that yet. We can only get this in the forest, and it does give a bit of gold and crit chance. I do like locking that in so we can keep scaling our crits and gold. We weren't that far off. If I was a bit stronger. Let me get some more health. Try and get that back up to a reasonable level. Decent area, lose some health regen. That's pretty good damage though. We'll take a bit more duration to try and get that Thunderstaff up. There's a bunch of question marks here. Actually, let me try and set up a path through a bunch of chests. So we'll go through there, and then I guess through the blacksmith eventually. To get over there, we need to do stuff over here. Looks like I'm fine to go through here then. Additional projectiles lose power. I still think that would be a damage loss because the number of projectiles I have is already so high. And losing base power is probably not worth it. Let's just take the dash charge here. Thunderstaff also makes it a lot easier to break the crates now, even this early on. Let's get some defense to help out our very weak survivability right now. Alright, we can temporarily get 2 of the Thunder Staves out at one time, so getting some slowing on that could be pretty helpful. Oh yeah, we can have it on 2 weapons at the same time, since we are the Duelist class. That's one of my favorite class modifiers so far. Absolutely stacking the weapon modifiers on 2 of your better weapons at the same time. No chests, so probably gonna leave a lot of XP behind there. Decent attack speed, sure. Acid coating. Oh, that increases the defense shredding. That is some very good ramping damage. Yep. Crit damage, a lot of projectile speed and movement speed. I do lose a lot of projectile size, but that's a huge movement speed boost. That'll help a ton with exploring the map. And then the projectile speed is pretty good damage on the Thunderstaff as well, even if it makes it a bit harder to hit with them. Another acid coating, not bad. Let's go for some pickup radius. I could really use some of that. Movement speed, dash charges, purification becomes worse, bunch of base corruption. I'm not sure if I want that. I'll have to get it fairly early for it to be decent so that we can actually get the bonus XP from the corruption. I guess I'll try it. YOLO. I want to say there's an artifact that gives you attack speed based on your movement speed that you can sometimes find, and that one is really cool if you can get some decent movement speed for it. Decent power multi, sure. Additional projectiles lose defense. Honestly, let me get a bit more survivability for now. %30 damage, lose some range. That's a pretty good damage multiplier. Decent health regen, but lose health. Kind of need health right now. That's a decent damage increase since we can have that on 2 different weapons. Oh, I don't have any other weapons it can apply to right now. Oops. And I'm not even sure if the last weapon that I want can use that. Oh well, it's pretty good for my best weapon, I guess. Let's go for some more spiked shield. Gives decent damage and some survivability at the same time. Fully prepared for the next fights and improve your soul? Go beyond your own soul? Oh. Student gained an extra 10% XP multiplier. We can do 2 elite type things into the chest. An arena and an elite. Thunderstaff, more projectiles and lifetime and damage, very good. And I'm just randomly almost dead even though the game paused and forced me over there. And I'm probably dead here, Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. Oh my god, that's so many enemies. I think I might have made a mistake here. So many freaking enemies, my god, dude. Spiked shield, sure. If I can get a few more levels on the Thunderstaff, I might become strong enough that I can comfortably do this. Moving, defense, and huge attack speed? Yeah, that's very good if I'm moving. Well, I guess we can maybe farm a lot of XP here. Decent ooh, Thunderstaff. We definitely need some levels there. Even more defense and attack speed. That should actually bring us to positive defense while moving now. So my survivability might be okay now. I think my HP is still extremely low. But we at least shouldn't be taking bonus damage while moving now. Another Thunderstaff, yup. It's just kind of hard to hit the elites right now with how squishy I am. Another magic wand, or I could get the gold up for some greed. Sure. Oops, almost ran back into the stream of projectiles over there. One of these days we'll get enough levels to actually hit the elites here. I just randomly took a ton of damage from something I didn't even see. Man, that's with that huge defense multiplier all moving now as well. Almost ran into a projectile there. Okay, we have a couple potions, hopefully that'll help out a bit here. There's just so many projectiles coming at me, let me get some damage mitigation. Seem to be mostly okay against the melee guys now. Just have to be very careful with the casters, it seems like. This is a lot rougher than I was expecting. Probably would have just skipped this, to be honest, if I knew it would have been this insane. See if we can go find where those bullets are coming from and take that guy out. God, this level takes forever. Let's grab the healing thing. The bullets just do so much damage. I really dislike when they give you like a 20-minute, or yeah, 20-minute level on like the very first world. Just doesn't feel like a single stage should last this long. Take out the range guy. Like, all of my damage is coming from the defense shreds slowly stacking up on the elites, but they're just so freaking tanky, man. And it's so hard to get in there when the ranged enemies do so much damage. Let's get some more movement and damage mitigation. I can't select it. There we go. Yeah, it just doesn't feel like ranged enemies that fire that quickly should do over half your HP. And it doesn't feel like the elites should be quite this tanky. Together, it just kind of creates a nightmare stage that takes forever to get through. Like, I've barely even been hit, and I'm basically dead. Why are the elites this tanky, man? Why? This is getting old now. I guess we're farming the defense piercing rune that I have for the number of enemies killed. And we'll eventually ramp to a point where I can kill them. God, they are so freaking tanky right now. I have to keep running around taking out the range guys so they don't just two-shot me. The Thunderstaff evolution would be so nice right about now. It just doesn't seem like a level on the first world should last this long. Are the elites healing each other or something? You're taking 0 damage from that many defense shredding stacks. With the Thunderstaff hitting so many times already. And the Magic Wand as well. They're literally not taking damage. God, if the freaking range things would just leave me alone. Can I see what my runes are at? Doesn't tell me, but I guess I can see my defense piercing. 14.6 plus 2.62 from Monster Hunter. We'll get there someday, I guess. Like, I'm sitting there hitting him with the Thunderstaff and he's taking 0 damage. I don't understand. Do I just have to get an evolution to even clear this level? This is insane, man. What level is my Thunderstaff at? 4 out of 7, not even close. Am I even getting XP here? I haven't leveled up in quite a long time. Why do the elites take so little damage? Why? Take out some more goblin casters. Grab some healing shrine. More goblin casters to deal with somewhere. These elites have to be bugged, right? They're literally taking 0 damage from that much defense shredding. Big power multi, defense piercing, cap my crit chance. I've already got a lot of crit stuff, so that honestly seems bad for this run. We could rarity reroll that to look for the epic thing, actually. Fairy, no. Big attack speed, I lose defense, but I really do need some damage here. Oh my god, finally some of them are dying. Must have ramped the defense shred up enough to actually hurt them, finally. Got a bunch more casters to deal with towards the bottom. Somewhere. Like, that one is taking 0 damage currently. I guess we really do have to ramp up the defense shred. Constant stream of ranged projectiles just makes it so difficult, though. Ooh, that health would help a lot. Magic Wisp, target random enemies one after another? Does not benefit from additional projectiles. That's probably not great then, since we're stacking so many projectiles. Could have used that if I had remembered it earlier, though, but I could really use some health. Need to deal with some of those casters before we can really go for the elites again. There's one. There was one more over here somewhere. I think we might have gotten him. So we should have some decent time to hit the elites a bit now. A bunch of them revive when killed, it looks like. And we have some more casters out now. Two more elites. I just want this nightmare to end, please. Ow. Just so hard to damage them, man. One more, please. Okay, there's one by himself here. Thank God, man. What is the defense piercing up to now? 4.55 from Monster Hunter. That was a nightmare, my God. It's more defense and damage mitigation. This can't be any harder than that stage, right? Because that was absolutely insane. Oh, we can take an easier fight here and then still take the same path. I think my hand needs a rest after that, to be honest. Base crit chance. Well, I guess I'm going to be really strong for the normal stages after that much farming. I'd prefer a stage didn't take that long to clear, but those elites were pretty insane. Big crit damage. I don't think we can afford the health loss currently. I'll grab some more duration for the Thunderstaff. I think we can take that later on, but I'll need a lot more health before that point. More damage mitigation. I guess we need some more damage mitigation. That'll probably do more than that when I'm that low currently. Then we can finally grab some chests to hopefully grab some cool artifacts here. Lightning boots. Move the cooldown between dashes, 2 charges. Not super helpful currently. When you're moving, defense and attack speed. Sure. Could use more of both of those. Let's try the meditate again then. Got some big base crit chance. Another chest. Each soul card increases your damage by 1%, not bad. Big projectile speed modifier, lose some duration. That's probably okay. We have been scaling up the duration a lot, so that should increase the damage of the Thunderstaff quite a bit. Let's just go over here. Thunderstaff level or health regen, defense multiplier. Lose a lot of movement speed and attack. Doesn't sound great currently. Let's just take the Thunderstaff level, try and get that evolved fairly soon. Let's grab some more pickup. Decent XP gain, lose a bit of pickup? I guess so. Oh, Monster Fangs, I need to make sure I'm grabbing those if any drop for the optional. We do have pretty high base crit now. Sure. Still too early for that. Defense piercing multiplier. That should be some pretty good damage, and it gives a bit of survivability on top of that. Yeah, we should have insane defense piercing with all of the monster kills we've gotten, combined with that talent. So anything that multiplies that should be pretty insane. Oh, defense capped at 0%. Gain a ton of health and power. That might actually be pretty good. Oh, we actually do have positive defense now while moving. Fight and flight is plus 15. So we would still be pretty negative while standing still. But I'm not really going to be standing still. I guess we probably don't want that for this run, since we're already at so much defense while moving. We could grab a health regen, tainted cards, and then we have the artifact that gives HP based off of that. And that'll give some decent survivability, which I could definitely use. Thunderstaff up to level 6, decent base power, lose a bit of crit chance. Let's go here and try and get the evolve on that pretty quickly. That'll make the run a lot smoother once I can do that. Although I still need the weapon rune for it. The lightning based spirit thing, I think. Thunderstaff up to level 7. I think there is a blacksmith coming up, and you can potentially get that up to past the maximum level if you leave it at 6. So I guess we could try that since we're coming up on it soon. Health regen, let's go for the thorn level. Decent attack speed. That only appears in Dawn Forest, so we might want to try and finish that off here then. Then I guess we'll check the shop, see if we can do the max level thing. There's no Thunderstaff, so probably can't really do it. Oh, you also have to have it appear in here, don't you? And we probably don't really have the money to do all that. So I guess I'll just take it here anyways. Magic Wand level, Thorn, Concentration, 1 charge, kind of expensive. Oh, I think you need that, combined with the weapon showing up at the same time. Fire Spirit's pretty good, I'm down to grab that. 9 charges, wow. Then grab the maximum slow on that. Then we can have both the Thunderstaff and the Magic Wand slowing and doing a ramping burn. Guess we take some more Thorn levels. 10 projectiles, wow. That seems kind of insane. Does feel a bit awkward to always have to be moving it sometimes. Let's grab a bit more max health, since that's still pretty low, I think. And we do want the double crit multi thing at some points. It's always weird that it like zooms the camera to the top right and then he's to the bottom left. Another magic wand level. More magic wands. Decent attack speed. Choice count during card selection, that's very good. We can get some more magic wands and then an item. Where do we get a bunch of chests here? Then after that we have to follow this path for some ways. So I guess either side has kind of two chests and then we can go over there anyways. A lot of question marks there. Still waiting on the shaman staff. We'll take some decent health regen, I guess. That's only one level, so it gets it out of the pool at least. We have an optional to kill them all in a certain amount of time, but I am completely reliant on the magic staff for my range damage currently, since the thunder staff is very short range. Doesn't seem like the magic staff is strong enough to carry that yet. There's also just not that many enemies right now. Acid coating is very nice. We're actually almost there. I don't know if there's enough time, there's just not that many enemies right now. Pretty close though. The magic staff had a few more levels, might have had that. Throwing knife when you dash, nope. We'll take a bit more damage mitigation. Minus 33% XP gain. Soul cards start at level 2. I don't know if that's worth it, but this is the earliest I've ever seen that artifact, so I guess I'll try it this time. Upon killing an elite, heal 14%. Power multiplier. I guess we'll grab that at level 2. Power, defense piercing. That's a lot of defense piercing, actually. Sure. Decent survivability. Nice increase to base power, actually. Oh, defense piercing multiplier. We gotta take that. I'm gonna max out the pickup radius. And then some nice health. Wow. I could definitely use that. We could bring that up to level 2, and that's a pretty good cooldown reduction. Then Magic Wand up to level 7, sure. Damage mitigation, lose movement speed. I think we're almost capped on defense or damage mitigation, aren't we? Oh, I guess it's defense that has 75% after damage mitigation? Doesn't say there's a cap on that. Let's go with some spike shield for now. Decent survivability, also there. That's actually a lot right now. Decent attack speed, or we can get the corruption going for more XP, but stronger enemies. Kind of had to get that early for it to be good, so I guess we'll grab it. Base projectile piercing? That seems insane. Yup. Increase monster amount but reduce their health. We can farm even more of the defense piercing. Acid coating, penetration. Ooh, XP multiplier, let's grab that. Let's grab some area size for the Thunder Staff, make that a bit stronger. I don't think I really care about that. That's a lot of attack speed, wow. And we can probably afford to lose the 2 projectiles with the other talents. That attack speed is huge though. That's a decent amount of stats overall. Some nice defense piercing, sure. Let's go more defense piercing here. Shaman Staff, finally! 20 consecutive attacks, magic projectile crits, ton of defense piercing, yup. I guess we'll grab the sand armor. Defense shredding multiplier 40%. And defense piercing multiplier. Yup. More corruption. We gain some defense and multiplier and damage mitigation, lose a lot of area though. Maybe later, probably not right now. I'll take the decent area size for the Thunder Staff. I think that's the only one that scales with it though. Yeah, that's the only one with the area tag. Or Mind Corruption. Gotta take the Black Wing to finish that off. Base dash charge at once. I think that's actually bad for me. We have a ton of projectiles by default, and duration and attack speed are very important. Let's go ahead and banish that. Grab that. Knockback multiplier capped at 0%? What? 100 to negative 100. Oh, it inverts your multiplier, I think. But that would be bad for me. Let's grab the spike shield here. Oh, this is really good. Projectiles break down into 3 smaller ones. So we put that on Magic Wand and Thunderstaff, and that should be absolutely insane now. Let's get the area finished off for the Thunderstaff. More attack speed. More Shaman Staff. More acid coating. More mind corruption. Let's go ahead and banish this. I don't want to ever cap my crit chance at 0. More Shaman Staff. We can get a decent damage increase out of that now that it's on multiple weapons. I guess we'll take the Thorn level here. Rune of Alacrity, a lot of attack speed. It does speed up enemies, but having that on 2 weapons is not bad. It's not bad either. The net damage isn't that high, but when you include the extra defense shredding from the armor, from the attack speed, it's actually a pretty good damage increase still. Max out acid coating. Make sure that's on both of our main weapons currently. And I think we're finally online now. When you dash, increase your attack speed, I guess. Defense multiplier, Moondrop, lose a lot of power. Not sure on that one. I guess my damage is high enough, and I have so much defense shredding that once I start hitting something, the power is probably irrelevant. So I probably could take it at this point. A lot of power, lose a bit of crits. That's fine. Dash cooldown, we can finish that off, sure. Base XP, corruption multiplier, but you lose a bunch of health. Enemies will give less XP, but they'll also be weaker. It seems like the stats it gives are just kind of low, though. But I guess it's the only place we can grab that. Yeah, I just don't think that's going to be a good idea for me. Decent crit damage. We can finish off the spike shield, get that out of the pool. We can finish off Bookworm for XP gain. Castle, huge survivability, yup. Honestly, 20% movement speed, let me get some of that. Let's go Shaman Staff. Oh, this is for the Thunderstaff evolve. The passive on it isn't that strong because it has such a long cooldown compared to how fast you're attacking, but we need that to evolve the Thunderstaff. And the Thunderstaff evolution is insane, so that'll be a big boost. Looks like one chest on either side. Don't think it matters too much here. I have so much defense shredding now that elites should just instantly explode once I start hitting them. Size up is some decent stats. We could probably use a bit more health still. I think my damage is perfectly fine now, just need to make sure I don't get one-shots. Although I guess the Duelist passive actually helps with that a bit. Some decent attack speed. Shot prices reduced by 50%, that's insane. Here we go, Staff of Storms. When an enemy is killed, a random enemy is struck, dealing 500% damage. Dang, yo. Starts at level 2 with the artifact as well. Honestly, I don't think 20% power even lowers my damage that much with how much defense shred I have. Big power, lose some defense. Let's just go with the sand armor for now. You can only find that in the sand dunes as well if I want to get the full survivability from that. Let's go here for the nice XP gain. That's a decent power multiplier, sure. I don't really need to go to 2 shops. We can only go left or right here. I can get 1 question mark there. I guess we'll take the fights and then the shop at the end. Shaman staff up to level 6, yep. Steel skin is decent. That's a decent amount of defense piercing. Let's go the defense. Everything just explodes when I touch it anyways. Decent attack speed for the 2 weapons. Base purification. A lot of extra enemies. Sure. More thorn. We could still use some decent health. It's not bad. Shaman staff up to level 7. I don't know if there's a blacksmith, so we might not even be able to do the max level thing anyways. More enemies? We probably could take that now. 36% health might be a bit risky. Let's wait a little bit longer on that. Grab the pickup radius for now. Time requirements for normal stages. I'm not even sure if that's a good thing, but it might speed the run up a bit since we're pretty insane now anyways. I actually don't think I want this. We have a bunch of extra projectiles from multi-shots. But projectile size is actually very important for the Thunder Staff. And we lose a lot more size than we would even gain in projectiles, so that might be bad for me here, I'm not sure. We'll take some decent defense piercing. 20%, yup. Dashing increases movement. Oh, Arcanist Staff. I've never seen that before. Shaman Staff and Magic Wand. Lock onto the closest monster. 50% magic power? That's sick. And then that brings us down to only 3 weapons, and we can put everything onto the Arcanist Staff now. And then I guess we could maybe look for some type of AoE weapon to go with these storms and the concentration thing. Nine charges, wow. Decent crit damage, pretty cheap upgrades all around since we have the artifacts. Arcanist staff? Yup. I just don't really know the item rarities that well, so I'm probably gonna pass on that since my game knowledge is a bit lacking right now. Sharp Edge is not bad. We do lose health with that, and I don't think health regen is really that valuable to me. I think the health is better, to be honest. Defense and health, corruption goes up. YOLO. More blood candle, dash, size up, card selection. More corruption. That is very expensive for what it does. I don't know if I want to lower my area there. More blood candle. We can only get one card here. Let's go for the selection then. I guess. More Arcanist staff. Just homing missiles all over the screen, my god. Took me a really long time to find the shaman staff too, but it was worth it. Yeah, I'm hitting like hundreds, maybe even thousands of times a second when I'm at max attack speed. And the 3-second cooldown on that Thunder Spear just seems so insanely long compared to how fast you attack in the game. I can't even see this guy and he's already in the immunity phase. More XP. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Cooldown does go down a bit. I don't think it's good, but I guess. A bunch of stat multipliers, yup. Fire Spirit is pretty good damage, sure. Another item. Big health multiplier, wow. Oh, that's a lot of defense though. Oh well. Maybe it would have been worth taking the 0 defense locking thing after all. Forgot about that thing. Some decent projectile speed there. Sure. Power multi. Base gold gain, I guess. Staff of Storms up to 4. Or we could try and max out the XP. A lot of stat increases on that. crossbow. There's at least one other magic projectile weapon, and we have a 50% multiplier, so we probably want to try and find that. More storms. That's a lot of XP lost. Maybe later on as we're getting close to the end of the run. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of stats overall, though. 5 different stats increasing there. More gold. We can get that up to level 6, and then we can try to get one of them up to level 8, I guess, with a shop. I think they're both primes for that now. Oh, that one is only level 5, so we need to take that level. Ooh, a pelvis that heals me. More fire spirits. Decent power. What's our defense piercing at now? 252 with 30 of that from the Monster Hunter. So we want to keep that at 6 to try and get it super high from the shop. More gold. Actually, let me make sure there's even a shop here. I can't see what that is. Looks like an enemy? Okay, there's a blacksmith there, so we can try it at the blacksmith with the limit break thing. We could invest gold in the shop. I don't have a ton, and I kind of want to try and get the weapons a super high level. Decent crit damage with no downside. More XP. Decent defense and damage mitigation. Capped at 1000%, 1045% attack speed? Oh, I'm over the cap, so it doesn't actually change anything, just gives a bit of power then. May as well grab this then. Light hand, we're already capped, so that would just be a downside for me. May as well just banish that then, I suppose. More gold, sure. Lose a bunch of movement speed and attack speed, probably not. Even though it does have very nice survivability. Actually insane survivability, 200% defense multi. But nope. We'll take some projectile duration. That's actually one of my best stats right now due to how insane the Thunderstaff is. Or attack speed for the 2 main weapons. Leaving that at level 6 for now, maybe later. We'll take some power multi. Taking damage increases your power multiplier. Probably not gonna happen a lot with how insane my damage is now. Base additional projectiles and additional projectiles lose attack speed. I think that's a small increase. Probably not insane. I don't know if I want to lower my attack speed. Attack speed is important for defense shredding. Honestly, probably banish that. And I guess we'll grab that since extra projectiles is similar to attack speed anyways. Chance for soul gems to be attracted in XP multi? Sure. More than 3 dash charges consume 2 to reduce damage. Caps damage received. Sounds pretty good. Base power, base corruption. Enemies will be a lot stronger. They'll give a little bit more XP. Sure. Big defense multiplier. Yup. Big damage, but lose a lot of crit chance. I guess it's fine. Thunder Spirit, I get... Actually, breaking crates gives up to 50% area size. Yup. Should be breaking a lot of crates now with this many projectiles. Synergy of Thunder Spirit and Necrotic Bone. Corruption increases the damage of Thunder Spirit. Interesting. I'll try that. We unlocked Light Spirits. More gold. Another fortress. Sure. Arcane Beam doesn't have crit scaling. We can get some big crit multi, and that should be fine now, I think. Duration is really good. Let's get some decent movement speed. Nope. Honestly, I think I want to keep my area size. The Thunder Staff is so good. We'll take that for a bit of survivability. Some more movement speed. Wait, my attack speed is capped, isn't it? Oops. 481. What did I lose that from? I don't know, I guess I'd need some more attack speed then. What is that guy? Besides dead. Attack speed power multi, not bad. Lose a bit of attack speed, gain power and defense, that's not bad. That only appears in crystal depths, it's not that good though. Yeah, oh well. Let's see, we have to go this way to get a chest there. attack speed, we apparently do need that. Wind's Blade, that's magic and it can crit. Sure. Fortress, yep. I guess we'll finish that off. Let's just take the thing with no downside here. Power multi, or we could get more corruption. There's a shop over there, and we want to go to the blacksmith with the gold for the limit break thing anyways. Resurrects to full health and kills all enemies, one use. I guess we'll take the Thunder Spirit, since it has the scaling with corruption now, and my corruption should be pretty high. We'll take some damage mitigation. No, I don't even gain anything. 74? Eh. Oh well. Decent power, but lose a projectile. I guess that is a lot of power multi. Thunder Spirit, we could max that out. Boiling Blood, increase your final power by missing health. That's probably not really going to help me since everything dies so fast, but it does give a decent amount of health, so I could take it for that. Decent health. Oh, we got a shop anyways. 2 soul cards at the end of an elite. How many zones are there? Isn't it 4 now on this difficulty? That is pretty cheap, so it might help. I guess we'll take these just because they're so cheap. Card selection. More Windblade. I just don't think I really need health regen. I don't want to take that yet. We'll grab some more health. One more reroll since they're pretty cheap. Synergy of Brawl and Fire Spirit when you dash and click Burn. And it's increased based on movement. Cool. We'll take some defense since I don't really need damage, it seems like. Well, that should be a pretty easy optional objective with how strong I am now. Fiery dash. I guess. More defense. We can get the Rune of Heaviness up to buff our 2 main weapons. And then I can try to go for the limit break stuff. If we get the Staff of Storms. I don't remember which way you're supposed to do this. I think you go the staff first. We can get both of these up to 7. Or actually, what if I take one of them to 7, and then I go the limit break, and then I reroll and try to do that for the other one as well? Alright, let's go Arcanist, and then limit break. And then now this goes up to level 8. Then we can take some Windblade, Rune of Heaviness, card selection. I don't want to take that yet, we'll take the Heaviness. So we reroll now. Oh, he doesn't even have anything. I guess you can only get 1 limit break per blacksmith then. I'll try one more time, since we have a ton of money. Yeah, it looks like you can only get 1 limit break. Okay. Well, we got one of them up to level 8. Wait, I can do it that way too. Okay, that's OP. So we got 2 of them up to level 8 by doing the card here and then taking that. Not bad. I don't think rerolling does anything now. Yeah. But we got 2 insane level 8 weapons now. With a ton of runes on them from the duelist class. Gonna be honest, I don't really remember what this guy does, but I should phase him instantly with this much damage. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can just kill ads to get through the immunity like with the Sandworm. So I guess this is just gonna take a while even with my insane damage. Oh yeah, the homing projectiles. Man, he just sits there immune for a long time. Oh, there's the thing on the ground. I forgot about that. It's kind of hard to see with everything on the screen right now, I don't see any more circles yet. I guess. Oh, he's dead. Okay. That works. Back to full health and grants a card selection once per stage? Isn't that insane? That sounds insane. I think my damage is too high to use it this run, but it sounds nuts. Attack speed plus power is pretty good. Helmets. We can get 2 chests over here. I don't know why I put one there. Don't think this path matters too much. Defense piercing and power is pretty good. Or attack speed. Scorch plateau, base power, lose defense. Don't need it. More defense piercing, projectile speed, beef statue food heals for 20% extra, killing a monster chance to create an eruption of magma. Interesting. Offered 2740, that's not very much. We can get that finished off, I guess. I guess we'll see what that gives. Another card selection. A lot of health, regen, knockback, a little bit of power, lose projectile speed and movement speed. It is a lot of health. I guess we'll grab that. And then we'll steal this so that we can get more enemies. Sick. That'll give us even more defense piercing. Bunch of buffs on dashing. +1 dash charge. We'll go level 5 on that to finish it off. Wind or metal? Not sure. Power, defense piercing, yup. Attack speed. Projectile size, 30%, that's really good. Let's go defense piercing. Base crit chance. Man, the power scaling in this game is just so nuts. Okay, we are capped on attack speed again. I wonder if that's after I dash then? 1000%, let's not dash for a bit, see what that goes down to. Yeah, it must be after I dash. Yeah. So we're heavily capped as long as I keep dashing. Or power, defense, piercing, sure. We can probably drop some. Ramp up the permanent boost a bit. Shopkeeper. Got 2 classes unlocked, nice. HP, projectile size, knockback power, we lose some attack speed but I'll still be capped. So that's just really good for me then. We'll take, I guess, that to finish it off. It does increase the dash duration a little bit. Or defense piercing. Let's just banish that. I don't really need power. And then I guess we probably banish that as well. Projectile size, knockback power, sure. Synergy of focus and analysis. Critical hits instantly kill non-boss enemies when below 20.5% and crit chance? Yup. Yeah, we'll finish that. More HP, sure. The Thunderstaff is like blurring because there's so many of them and they're so big. Or defense piercing. Big power. Power. Health is below 26%. Sure. Lose 30% health, convert a bunch to power. That would probably be an insane amount of damage. I don't think I need it. But I might take it anyways. We're at 433. And that brings me up to... What did I... Oh, I didn't see that, oops. 1642, so I quadrupled my power. I don't need it, but YOLO. We're up to 2205 power. More Divine Smites. Projectile size, that's pretty good. Big power. I don't lose anything since we're overcapped, it looks like. Lose a bit of health regen, gain power and defense piercing, that's not bad. Getting close to the end, so I probably could take that now. Defense piercing multiplier, that should be pretty good actually. Old coin. That might actually be bad at this point. I'm honestly not sure. Big power, still don't lose anything from that. Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it here. We're almost at the end anyways. Decent health multiplier, sure. Defense piercing. Defense piercing. Attack speed power multiplier, sure. Defense piercing. Defense piercing. Taking damage increases movement speed. Huge power, defense piercing multiplier, area size, lose defense, gain a lot of corruption. Yup. Unholy aura, massive defense piercing. We can only take a limit break for one of these. Ooh, that's not great. I guess that's not terrible. 107% base critical chance? Nah. Thunder Spirit would go down to 1.82. That's still a pretty long cooldown. Ooh, Fractal. That's cool. So our two main weapons will split an extra 33% more now. Or defense piercing, or attack speed. Man, the power scaling in this game is so nuts. Not even playing the same game anymore as the start. Oh, I've never seen this before. I actually have no idea what this guy does. Looks cool though. Okay, he has a bunch of hands that slam the ground. Looks like some of them are random targeting. And some of them chase you, it seems like. So you can't stand still and you have to still watch the other ones. I think he's dead now though. Max health multiplier 400%, wow. I think that's the end of the run, so this probably doesn't matter now. Light armor, 1 dash charge, -5 power, ouch. So I think we won now? Should be a lot of meta progression. Let's see, 389 million. Staff of Storms is 171 billion. Arcanist Staff 587 billion. Jesus. Wait, Divine Smite was 27.5 billion as well. Volcanic Fury, not bad either. Got a bunch of new achievements. A lot of artifacts. I can't go to the weapons here. But yeah, that's the Rogue Genesia Blood and Steel patch. Pretty cool so far, but that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.